A wild ride of emotions awaited Lando Norris in a nail-biting weekend at the Spanish GP. With a stellar qualifying performance propelling him to third place on the grid, anticipation soared. However, a fateful encounter with Hamilton left Norris plummeting to the depths of 17th position. Rising above the disappointment, Norris emerged from the wreckage with a stoic declaration of the race, one that raised quite some eyebrows throughout the grid. Could this incident be the breaking point in the relationship between McLaren and Norris? If so, what does the future hold for the young Briton, who is eager to secure a place on the highest step of the podium? After a challenging start to the season, the British driver demonstrated his exceptional skills by delivering an impressive lap in Q3, securing a remarkable third position. He trailed only behind the dominant Red Bull of Max Verstappen and the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. Norris had previously acknowledged that several teams seemed faster than McLaren, following his point-scoring performance in Monaco. However, his teammate Oscar Piastri's minor error in the final sector hindered his qualifying outcome, though it was evident that the Woking-based team had regained their form. Despite claims that the car had improved, Norris clarified that there were minimal changes made. Instead, he attributed their success to favorable conditions and a newfound comfort behind the wheel. He expressed confidence that Piastri would have also fared well had it not been for the small mistake. While Norris acknowledged that McLaren had typically ranked as a 5th or 6th best team on average, he maintained realistic expectations for their future performances. He anticipated a tough battle with the Alpine team and possibly others, but did not believe they would challenge the Aston Martins. Additionally, he anticipated a challenging competition from the Ferraris. Norris expressed surprise at their unexpected third-place position, acknowledging that a small error on his part could have dropped him several positions. Nonetheless, he acknowledged the team's collective effort in executing a flawless performance and achieving a commendable result. During the early stages of the session, Norris voiced his concerns about certain things. However, these issues did not significantly hinder his performance. In Q1, I encountered these surges, which might have cost me around half a tenth to a tenth of a second, he elaborated. Nevertheless, he acknowledged that these concerns were manageable and could be addressed through fine-tuning and adjustments. Despite qualifying in a season-high third position, Norris encountered an unfortunate incident during the first lap of the race. He made contact with Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, resulting in damage to his front wing. As a consequence, Norris had to pit and found himself at the back of the field for the remainder of the race. When asked about the incidents with Hamilton, Norris regarded it as an unfortunate occurrence. However, he emphasized that even without the collision on lap 1, it would have been challenging for him to secure a top 10 finish. Just as expected, Norris commented. We knew we were going to be slow and it was difficult to get in the points. Our target was to try and get into the points today, whether that was 9th or 10th or something. Obviously, lap 1 cost us everything, but at the same time, we would have been unlikely to finish in the top 10 today. I guess everyone's expectations were too high after yesterday. We tried to manage as much as we could, but at the same time, today was a pace that we've had all year, and we were just normal paced. Yesterday was, I don't know, unknown, a special day for us. When asked about his expectations for the upcoming race in Montreal, Canada, Norris expressed that he anticipates a similar performance level. He projected that McLaren would likely be the 7th or 8th fastest team, which would make it challenging to compete for points. Norris emphasized the importance of maintaining a diligent work ethic and remaining focused on their objectives. Hamilton expressed his understanding and sympathy for Norris after their collision, acknowledging the impact he felt from behind during the incident. As Hamilton recounted, Verstappen and Sainz had taken a wider and deeper line into turn 1 before returning to the racing line. Hamilton found himself in their turbulent wake, necessitating patience on his part. Unfortunately, he then experienced contact from Norris from behind. Hamilton recognized a disappointment for Norris, considering the exceptional performance he had delivered during Saturday's qualifying session, which saw McLaren securing a second-row starting position. Reflecting on the incident, Hamilton believed that even if Norris had managed to pass him in their battle, he still had the confidence to retake the position due to the slightly superior pace of his car in race trim. While acknowledging that the collision had impacted Norris's race outcome negatively, Hamilton believed that exercising more patience could have potentially yielded a better result for the McLaren driver. Hamilton concluded by stating that incidents like these serve as valuable learning experiences for future races. It was evident that McLaren struggled with their pace during the race, with Sauber and AlphaTauri clearly showing better performance. Oscar Piastri found it challenging to keep up with Zhou and faced pressure from De Vries towards the end. This situation highlights the current state of McLaren's competitiveness. Piastri faced a difficult race, finishing in 13th place. he admitted to a subpar start and struggled to find sufficient pace throughout the race. He acknowledged the need to analyze their performance to understand why they lacked competitiveness. Piastri acknowledged that McLaren's strong performance on Saturday was commendable and that the race on Sunday brought them back to reality, highlighting the need to investigate the reasons behind their difficulties. He emphasized the importance of evaluating their performance on hotter track conditions during race days. Considering the stronger driver lineup McLaren poses, which evokes memories of the Alonso-Button partnership, although the Alon-Butt duo was superior given the differences between the two lineups, it is disappointing to witness their current struggles. In a video by The Race towards the end of 2022, McLaren internally acknowledged that they lacked the necessary resources and capabilities, crucial factors for success. While efforts are being made to address these issues, it was also recognized that 2023 might not show immediate improvement compared to 2022. With extensive focus on the previous year's development, McLaren anticipated a possible short-term decline before things turned around. The only consolation is that, currently, apart from Perez's seat, no other seat offers a genuine opportunity for victory. Therefore, Norris and Piastri should strive to make the best of the situation. However, it wouldn't be unreasonable for Norris to thoroughly review his contractual terms. McLaren's situation aligns with a statement made by Pat Fry a few years ago, suggesting that the notion of a team starting poorly but gradually improving through in-season development is mostly a misconception. In reality, teams generally end the season at a similar level to where they began, unless there are specific reasons for significant changes. Random variations and track-specific performances may appear to reflect progress, but they often do not hold true in the broader context. But if Norris decides to honor his contract with McLaren until the end of 2025, he could potentially be enticed to join Audi when they enter Formula One as a works team in 2026. The speculation arises from Audi's plans to team up with Sauber, currently competing as Alfa Romeo, as their official partner. Audi's acquisition of a minority stake in Sauber further solidifies their intentions, and as I mentioned, no better seat than Perez's seat in Red Bull would give him a chance for victory. While McLaren is confident that Norris will remain with them until his contract expires, F1 presenter Tom Clarkson suggests that significant progress from McLaren will be crucial for the Bristol-born driver to extend his commitment beyond 2025. Clarkson highlights McLaren's favorable circumstances, including a strong budget, upcoming wind tunnel facilities, and talented engineers, but emphasizes a need for tangible improvements. Notably, David Sanchez, who will assume responsibility for car design, will not join McLaren until January 2024, meaning that the results of his contributions are likely to be seen in Norris's final year with the team in 2025. Should Norris become impatient and seek opportunities to win races and contend for the World Championship elsewhere, the question arises as to which team he would consider. While Norris has been linked to Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes, their current dominance in the season makes a move to any of those teams appear unlikely. Ultimately, Norris's decision regarding his future will depend on McLaren's ability to demonstrate significant progress and competitiveness in the coming years. In Formula One, loyalty to a single team is not necessarily less respected compared to other sports. While it is not currently anticipated, if Lando Norris were to win a championship with McLaren instead of joining an already competitive team, it would hold significant meaning for him and Formula One fans. Achieving success with a team that has experienced challenging periods can be seen as a testament to loyalty and perseverance, garnering admiration from fans. However, it is also understandable if drivers become frustrated and consider switching teams when faced with prolonged difficulties. Although loyalty is generally respected in Formula One, it is worth noting that there are few examples of drivers staying with a team throughout both the lows and highs. Therefore, it is expected that talented drivers may choose to leave if their current team fails to deliver the desired level of performance. What are your thoughts on Norris and McLaren? Do you think he will switch teams? Let us know in the comments below.